Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And this morning, let's talk about the latest news in the NFL this morning. The 49ers saying probably 2027 season will be his last. Um, he said, obviously, I can't tell the future. I don't know. I'm still a competitor. It's not hard to compete when you can. So we'll see. Um, this year, well, actually, just signed a 2-year, $50 million extension. So this year he's making 24.5, and next year he'll make 24.5 million. He's got um 37 of that 50 million guaranteed. Um, I I kind of got an issue with him because the last 2 or 3 seasons, every year he's winning more money, more money, more money. But you're getting older. I mean, he's still good. He's not great like he used to be. He's still good. I just think he's getting greedy. You know what I'm saying? How can you keep asking for more money and you're getting older? And yeah, you're still good, but you're not great anymore. You're good. So yeah, I just don't agree with every year he's trying to hold out for more money. That just tells me you're selfish. You're just looking out for yourself and not thinking about the team. And I just that just ain't me, guys. I don't like that a player does that. Like I said, I mean he's still good, but probably maybe last year should have been his last year, or this year should be his last year. I don't think he's going to stay around for the 27th season. He could. I guess it all depends on his health. I mean, I hope he does great. I don't wish bad health on anybody, especially one of my teammates or a team that I pull for. Yeah, you just can't keep holding out every year for more money, for more money. You got to give it to them. The 49ers are giving them money, so you know what I'm saying? If they're going to give it to you, I guess you take it. But yeah, I don't agree with it. Next is Russell Wilson finally calling it quits. I think he's probably 2 or 3 seasons late. He's a perfect example of staying in the NFL, trying to hold on. Your skills have declined. Your play has declined. You're not a starting quarterback anymore. He's a backup. It may be good for 2 or 3, 4 games of the season. He's not a starter. So if Russell Wilson is gone, he got to deal with CBS to be an analyst. So I guess we'll see him on TV this season, calling games, which, nothing wrong with that. He's from my home state. So um, I'm glad to see him retire and just get out before he, just diminishes his legacy even more. Um, the guy that was involved in the trade for Myles Garrett was Gerard Verse. Arrived in Cleveland and says he's not there to fill Myles Garrett's shoes. He said he was caught by surprise of the trade, kind of like everybody else. He said he loved LA. He loved the coaches, loved the organization, he loved his teammates, but he knows it's a business. So he really didn't. He said it took him a minute to get over it, but um, you know, like I said, he understands it's a business, nothing personal. I hope he does good in Cleveland. Um, they're definitely gonna need him for sure. And old Sam Darnold for the championship team Seahawks. He said it's not much of a transition with the new offensive coordinator, Brian Fleury. He said it's pretty much the same offense, but a couple little twists here and there. So he's feeling good about the season. I honestly think that Sam had a great year. All the planets and stars aligned, and it was just their year. I don't think he's going to be nowhere near what he was last year when he won the Super Bowl. I just don't. I think he's a one-hit wonder, but I guess we'll see. So we'll see how they do. I'm not picking them. They're definitely not going back to the Super Bowl. Maybe a wild card team. Um, but I guess we'll see what happens with that. Next, we got tight end Daryl Washington of the Steelers. He just inked a deal, 4 years, $42 million extension with the Steelers. So with 21 million guaranteed. So that's a great contract for a tight end. And the Steelers also just signed Nick Herbig, linebacker, with a 4-year deal also. So Steelers are getting the players signed, locking them down for, multiple seasons, which is good. You ain't got to worry about them. So yeah, good for the Steelers. Odell Beckham Jr. is back with the Giants. He said this is a real reunion, but he knows he has a lot of work to do, which I agree with him. He's got a whole lot of work to do. The Giants got a whole lot of work to do. They got to stay healthy. Let's just keep it real. Odell's not what he used to be. I think all these little nagging injuries have just caught up with him. He's not who he was 3 or 4 years ago. So hopefully he can come out and have a decent season for the Giants. But I'm thinking right now he's like a mid-level receiver. He's not, he's not top 10 receiver nowhere that I feel. Yeah, he says I felt great being back out there, being back in the building, on the field. Looking at the stadium, it's a pretty surreal feeling. I guess it is good to be back home, where they drafted you. Get familiar with, the team, the offense again. But yeah, like I said, I think he's not who he once was. So yeah, but like I said, I hope he does decent with the Giants, and I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. So as I said yesterday, I made a video about it. Arrest warrant has been issued for wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. Expedition of speed. So we'll see. No word on, he hasn't turned himself in yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Micah Parsons for the Packers have revealed he also had meniscus procedure and will miss the start of the season. So that's big for the Packers. So Michael Parsons will not be with the Packers for the start of the season for his meniscus procedure. It didn't say what he had, but it just said he had it procedure done on his meniscus. It's got to be related to the ACL injury he suffered. It's got to be. Georgia prosecutors dropped misdemeanor charges against Falcons wide receiver Zachary Branch. I don't know. Let's see what he was charged with 2 misdemeanors against Zachary Branch. They said after reviewing all evidence, including videos and discussing the case, the state agreed to dismiss all charges with Mr. Branch yesterday. So evidently they didn't have enough evidence to charge him. So everything is dropped, which is, I'm sure, is a great relief to him and the Falcons. NFL Saints running back Alvin Kamara was present at organized team activities yesterday. So even though he hasn't signed a contract extension with them, he was there. So that shows the type of guy he is, his character. He's there for the team. He wants to get the season going. He's trying to show the team he's loyal. So hopefully they can get a deal worked out where he can stay with the Saints. But he was one of my picks that I picked that would be cut by the Saints because his contract and his nagging injury. So maybe they'll drag the contract out and keep him. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little less. or maybe sign him to a 1-year deal and give him a little signing bonus that doesn't count against the cap. We'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, Eagles left tackle Jordan Mailata revealed after A.J. Brown's trade. It sounds terrible, but thank God it's over. And I'm hearing a lot of stuff about A.J. Brown, and but it seems like what I read is most of the players didn't even like him. It just got to a point where the receivers didn't want to have nothing to do with him. Even Barkley tried to be his friend, and that ended up bad. Yeah, so I'm sure it's a big weight off the team's shoulders to get him out the building. Even though he's a great player, um, you get a guy in there that's cancer to the team, man. It's turning people against each other, dividing the team. It just seemed like that's what A.J. Brown was. I heard that some of the players come over to his house, to hang out or cook out or whatever, and he had a Patriots rug in his living room or wherever it was. The people were like, they thought they was kind of weird that you got a Patriots, because he's always wanted to be with the Patriots. That's a known fact. So yeah, it's just there, and he had it in his man cave. Actually, it says man cave on the rug. I'm looking at a picture right now with the Patriots logo on it in his man cave. So come on, man. If you're on the Eagles, I mean, I get that maybe your Patriots were your team growing up or whatever, but they don't look good, man, when you got players on your team that you're playing for come over and you got a different team's man cave rug in your man cave. It wouldn't set good with me either. That just tells me you're not loyal to the team. But yeah, that's just crazy, man. But all right, guys, that's the latest news I have from the NFL. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and like this video so I can keep my content going, guys. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.